Greetings, my fellow freedom lovers and sovereign thinkers. Thank you for tuning in to the LL3 podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful, swampy mangroves of South Florida. And today's date is Sunday, December 20th, 2020. Yeah, I know a couple of brief ones, so just one of those things that's had to let it come out, spread the word, and all that good stuff. Yeah, so it was nice and cozy out here in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale to be exact. Had a quick few raindrops, but nothing really serious. And looks like people just relaxed during their final days of shopping and all that good stuff. You know what? I don't really need anything, maybe a pickup truck. But I'm not here to cry, so I'm just very pleased. And I gotta say, overall, I had a blessed 2020. Even though work has been an issue about what I achieved personally, and got property and all that. Not over 9 acres with a colleague of mine. And we're going to be working on that when I head back. But, South Florida's still my home too, so I can say that. I'm very blessed on that area. And hopefully everyone out there too are doing well. Because it's been a crazy year, politically, spiritually, and all that. But don't let everything apprehend you of fear and anxiety. Okay? That's draining your energy, the form of a lesser magic, manipulation with these con artists. They could be particularly psychic vampires out there. That's what they're very good at. Sucking us dry, drain our energies, have us be, demoralized. It's not just here in South Florida or the United States. The entire world is in turmoil. So always shine that light on your souls, including your loved ones. That's how I observe a lot. For a long time, I've been expecting this, believe it or not. Never take things for granted. We all got different lifestyles, but still enhance your moral compass, even through these havoc era, I would say. So, all right, well, here's a couple of few things I'll be talking about. And the first one here, actually it's a couple of days old, but I didn't know till I looked at it. But it's a good article, and it was actually shared by DCClothesline.com. This was written by Derek Brose, okay, and he's pretty cool. He's a free thinker and all that. And this one's entitled "The Hidden Truth About the NDAA 2021." The U.S. Senate recently voted 84-13 in favor of the 2021 version of the annual military budget, the National Defense Authorization Act. The Senate votes follows a 335-78 vote by the House of Representatives despite promises of veto from Donald Trump. The bill currently has a veto two-proof two-thirds majority in both House and Senate. Trump has until December 23rd to decide if he's tried to veto the $745.5 billion bill. Most of the media discussion about the 2021 NDAA has revolved around two issues: Trump's opposition to renaming military bases named after the Confederate war heroes, and the battle over Section 230 of the Communication Act. Cancel culture. We gotta change those names that had the Confederate soldiers on it. Cancel culture. Come on. Cater to the Orwellian snowflakes. If you're offended, who the heck cares, right? Trump stated that his administration will not, as his men, will not even consider renaming these magnificent and fabled military installations. He also threatened to veto the massive spending bill if Section 230 of the Communication Act was not completely terminated. to allow internet provider and big tech companies like Facebook and Twitter to be held legally liable for the content on their websites. Trump has argued the social media giants should be treated like publishers and reduce online censorship or deletion of content falsely labeled misinformation. While the discussion about the names of the military bases in the Section 230 arguably have their place in the discussion on the 2021 NDAA, an exclusive focus on these topics ignore troubling concerns in the remainder of the bill. Indefinite war, indefinite detention. Well, Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany stated that Trump is concerned about a provision in the bill relating to troop withdrawal and deployment in Afghanistan, South Korea, and Germany. The NDAA includes amendments that seek to block planned troops draws down from Afghanistan and Germany. If these new amendments are included in the bill, it will require a review from several government agencies prior to any future troop withdrawals. On December 10th, Senator Rand Paul spoke out about the provisions in the NDAA 2021, stating that the new bill would prevent future presidents from being able to withdraw troops without consulting with Congress first. Paul said that these provisions would prolong the failed war on terror. He's the commander-in-chief, too, so trying to deprive that. Another product of the war on terror, a.k.a. the war on freedom, is provision contained in the NDAA, which was originally included in the 2011 version of the bill. Some readers may recall that since 2011, the NDAA has included a provision that will allow indefinite detentions of American citizens without a right to a trial. The bill was signed into law by former President Barack Obama, and indefinite detention provisions are still contained in the NDAA, having been approved by Congress every year since it first passed. And that happened on New Year's Eve, to be exact. Okay. When the indefinite detention clause was first included, there were many mainstream news reports discussing the dangerous potential for this provision. There were dozens of politicians speaking out, and even a federal lawsuit that had ultimately failed to remove the provision. However, as we approach 2021, there is hardly a mention of the indefinite detention clause anywhere in the corporate media. Unfortunately, there appears to be very few in the political world willing to speak up about these issues. One of the few to speak up during the recent round of voting is Justin Amish, a libertarian representing Michigan's 3rd Congressional District. Amish has consistently spoken out against the indefinite detention clause. On December 8th, he spoke out again, tweeting, voted no on the NDAA, vote no on all the NDAAs, bring the troops home, stop indefinite detention without charge or trial, fight the military-industrial complex. Well, at least I have to agree with him on that. But when it came to, like I said, because I was real critical of him when he voted on the impeachment proceedings, because it was considered a bill of attainder. But he chose wisely in this one. Without a proper understanding that the NDAA is the ever-growing blank check for a military-industrial complex that allow for indefinite detentions of Americans, the public is hopelessly lost. Until the general public is aware of the danger of these measures, they will continue to be lied to and manipulated by a government and media desperate to continue the war machine. Artificial intelligence military-industrial complex. While the corporate media is playing out the fake drama, will Trump really veto the NDAA? There is no mention of the fact that the American citizens are still susceptible to indefinite detention, no trial, no jury, if accused of terrorism. And there is an even bigger threat to Americans' privacy and liberty. Due to the fact that the annual NDAA is a must-pass bill, many politicians attach their own pet project under the assumption that the bill would never be rejected by any patriotic American or a politician who does not want to be labeled an American. The 2021 NDAA includes dozens of new initiatives and updates to existing departments related to the growth of artificial intelligence. Courthouse News recently reported the bill also features changes to cyber policy for the military. One provision approved by the House and Senate moves reporting requirements from the Department of Defense's Joint Artificial Intelligence Center. The body evaluates how to improve U.S. defense through advanced artificial technology. The change requires the JAIC to report directly to the Deputy Secretary of Defense. This elevation of the DOD's Joint AI Center is a sign that U.S. military leadership is talking serious the rise of AI and the potential military applications for the technology. Yes, can we say Terminators? The 21 NDAA also included a provision bill known as the AI Initiative Act that will create a new organization known as National Artificial Intelligence Initiative Office under the White House's Office of Science and Technology Policy. The act will increase federal spending on AI research and increase coordination across government agencies. Another bill, the National AI Resource Task Force Act, calls on the National Science Foundation to investigate methods for AI research funding. Wow. So, the bill also includes what has been called one of the largest pieces of cybersecurity legislation to date. FedScoop reports that recommendations issued by the Cyberspace Solarium Commission, a commission created by the 2019 NDAA, made it into the final version of the 2021 NDAA. The recommendations included creating a national cyber director in the White House. There's more information, there's links for that. Concerns about the rise of AI and the dangers it possesses to liberty and privacy date back to 2015 when Stephen Hawking, Elon Musk, and other academics signed a letter warning that push towards AI could lead to a global arms race. The letter, open letter on artificial intelligence, calling for banning AI technology that humans have no meaningful control over. A cyber pandemic. While the media ignores the massive injections of bills related to AI, several prominent voices in Congress are claiming the passing the 2021 NDAA is more important than ever due to the alleged hacking of U.S. government networks in recent days. The corporate media has unquestionably repeated claims that the Russian government hacked U.S. networks using malware embedded in network management software made by the firm SolarWinds. Senator Angus King of Maine, a member of the Cyberspace Solarium Commission, stated that the SolarWinds hack proves why Trump must sign the 2021 NDAA. This is the most important bill on cyber ever passed by Congress, and that's why I'm really hoping that the president will either sign the bill or let it become law without a signature, because there's so much critically important material in the bill, King said, during an annual summit hosted by Defense One. The timing of the apparent hack is convenient for cyber war hawks who wish to grant the military unlimited financial resources with which they can develop the AI weapons of the future. These threats and warnings about coming cyber attacks, sometimes deemed the digital 9/11 or cyber 9/11, have been common since at least 2012. For the U.S. government, the FBI, the NSA have attempted to erode encryption and privacy-based exaggerated claims about terrorism and cyber war. Interestingly, two members of the World Economic Forum recently spoke about the potential for a cyber attack that would be greater crisis than COVID-19. Jeremy Jurgens, WEF Managing Director, stated that he believed there would be a new crisis that would be faster than what we've seen with COVID and have a greater impact on the economy and society. Chairman Klaus Schwab, when he stated, "We all know but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack could bring a complete halt to the power, supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack." These statements and the timing of the SolarWinds fiasco should not be ignored, especially in the light of the World Economic Forum's role in promoting the Great Reset. As with the COVID-19, WEF, technocrats, and government are attempting to use the threat of cyber attack as an opportunity to remake global infrastructure. With a heavy dependence on artificial intelligence, the the passing of 2021 NDAA simply one more step towards Schwab's vision of the Great Reset. In an upcoming report, I will examine the SolarWinds claims, the role of AI, the Great Reset, and what we can do to stop the technocratic state. This originally was posted on Last American Vagabond, which is a good site and great material. Yeah, so this is extremely dangerous bill. I can see Trump veto it. What the hell? Call it like it is. It's downright disgusting. All right, you got folks now. You're gonna have congressional approval on when the president can withdraw troops. How about those bastards? Let their kids let them go in those battle zones, in those bases, in the front. Let's see how tough these pencil pushing hacks are. Yeah, it's the damn truth. I have to find out who voted on this. I'll let them know point blank. Hey, you go on the front line of battle. See how tough you are, pencil neck geeks. Very deplorable indeed. Unacceptable. Like, I hope Trump does veto it. Piss on him. You know, they could do it and reorder it. You know what? We'll let them know point blank and nothing more bought and paid for. MIC's, Uncle Tom's, and Angel Mamas. That's it on that. It's just really disturbing. Indeed. Well, next one here. One moment. From GreatGameIndia.com. Says here, PayPal may quit India after the RS 9.6 million penalty slap for violating anti-money laundering laws. So what RS stands for? Yes, that's the currency there, of course. And as I read here, American online payment gateway giant PayPal may quit its business in India as the Financial Intelligence Unit of India slapped the firm with a penalty of $9.6 billion for violating anti-money laundering laws. As FIU has accused PayPal of concealing suspect financial transactions and abetting disintegration of India's financial system. PayPal has also been charged with defeating and frustrating the tenets of public interest and the provisions of Prevention of Money Laundering Act, or PMLA, which aims to keep the country's financial system safe from economic crimes, terrorist financing, and the black money transactions. Calling the contraventions as deliberate and willful, the Financial Intelligence Unit, in a scathing 27-page order issued on December 17th, held the company guilty on 3 broad counts, the fundamental being its failures to register itself as a reporting entity with a federal agency as mandated under the PMLA. I, in exercise the power conferred upon me under Section 13.2d of the PMLA 2002, imposed a total fine of Ruskies 96 Laka only on PayPal Payment Private Limited, which will be consummated with the violations committed by it. The order by FIU Director Pangjaki Kamar Mishra said that there's ample evidence of the willful violation of the law, and therefore PayPal cannot be left off with a penalty that should normally be imposed for minor violations. The order directs the company to pay the fine within 45 days and also register itself as a reporting entity with the FIU, appoint a principal officer and director for communication within a fortnight of the receipt of the order. As per order assessed by PTI, the legal tussle between FIU and PayPal began in March 2018 when the letter asked the company to register as a reporting entity for the keeping record of all transactions, reporting suspicious transactions, and cross-border wire transfer to the FIU and for identifying beneficiaries to these funds, of these funds. As per the order issued under Section 13 of the PMLA, PayPal refused the FIU's directive, and hence a show of case notice was issued to it in September last year. The order said while the company defies the process in India, its parent company in the U.S., PayPal Inc., reports suspicious transactions to the American FIU and also to similar agencies in Australia and in the UK. So, interesting there. And I can keep on going. After the penalty was slapped, PayPal may soon be shutting parts of its Indian business from next year onward, the Morning Context reported on Monday. PayPal India has intimated card network partners that they are pausing their domestic business and that they will stop onboarding new merchants from March 2021. The company will continue to offer its cross-border payment service in India. Interesting there. So a lot of stuff is happening, huh? Interesting. So, well, sometimes, if you gotta dish it out, you better learn to receive. Because I know some people got their PayPal's account seized for illegitimate things, and never leave your eggs in one basket. But yeah, I think it's a little bit of finance wars and all that. So I just curious how far it's gonna go. Well, man, that's how it is. Let's see if they stick around. So I'll do one more. Under the radar, America First Congressman plans on introducing legislation to prevent China from placing spies in congressional offices. This is from Jose Nino, by the way, from BigLeaguePolitics.com. Lance Gooden has quietly become one of the more unheralded America First representatives in the U.S. White House. Ever since California Congressman Eric Swalwell was compromised by Christine Fong, an alleged spy for the Chinese Communist Party, Swalwell has refused to confirm or deny whether he had sexual relations with Christine Fong. Ex-CIA officer Daniel Hoffer claims that China could have thousands of honey-trap spies getting literally in bed with Americans to extract secrets and relaying them to the Chinese government. Many of these so-called honey-trap spies have attended premier universities and are fluent in English. Fong was living stateside from 2011 to 2015 and attended California State University, East Bay, where she became president of the Chinese Student Association and the Asian Pacific Islander American Public Affairs. Fong fundraised for Swalwell in 2014's re-election campaign and helped an individual get hired to be an intern at Swalwell's D.C. office. According to Axios, Swalwell was one of the most significant targets of Fong's attempt to exert political influence on American elected officials. While chattering classes were debating the implications of China's espionage activity, Gooden was quick to tackle this problem by urging Congress to prohibit Chinese nationals from serving as congressional interns. You should do it to all of them, okay? Foreign nationals in good faith. Gooden tweeted on December 10th, 2020, background checks are required to get a job, receive a passport, enlist in the military. Background checks are not required to. In turn, on Capitol Hill, Eric Swalwell's spy scandal underscores the urgent need to ban for an enemy foreign nationals as congressional interns. And he made it right here. So that's on tweet. He tweeted it. China is serious that they are using unconventional tactics to spread their influence. It is aligned with their strategy since the country opened up its economy and it used economic growth to strengthen the state and start projecting power abroad. Gooden has called out neoconservatives for their endless wars and misplaced foreign policy priorities while ignoring the rise of China, a country that will likely be the U.S. peer competitor in a not-too-distant future. BLP previously reported on Gooden's staunch America's First position on foreign policy, which questioned neoconservative conventional wisdom on endless interventionism. Gooden acknowledges that China is a growing problem and must be addressed accordingly. Immigration restriction, tariffs, restriction on foreign investment, and using strategic partners in East Asia to check China are all the ways to keep China on its toes without having to fire a bullet. Yep, so that's how they want to do things, folks. Part of Sun Tzu's Art of War. Hey, I do it to all foreign nationals, to be all due respect, including Israel. They have their little cloak and dagger ordeals as well, and not being anti-Semitic either. It's just across the board. John Jay and George Washington warned us about that on foreign influences. Very long time. People should have heeded it. I say support this bill. We got to look at all the nooks and crannies and make our own decisions. I say support it. It'll be a good start to secure foreign policy and national security. Well, that will be it. I thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share this about your social media networks. If you have any questions, comments, or something interesting you want to check out, whatever you do, please send your correspondence to the Quorum. Furthermore, I'll leave the footnotes of this these articles on my speaker page. And if you want to contact me, you can hit me at LookYouLuck3@gmail.com or LookYouLuck3@protonmail.com. Looks like Gmail's been an issue, so if you hit Proton, be better. My account there. And if you want to do a donation, you can hit me at paypal.me/LookYouLuck3 and support those other sites. Send some donations and all that. That'd be awesome. All right. Once again, thank you for your time. Plus, always remember that demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on spreading the love. And may your guardian spirits be with you.